Round 2. Well, the highest rank is Star in 20. Nom 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 nom! It doesn't help that or something. Please tell me the stream didn't go instantly black. I want you to see what I just did on that fight.
Let me see. Well, see, win or lose. You win. What'd you do? So what'd you do on it?
I would suggest rewatching the fight. Just watch the fight entirely. Hey, it's only 1 minute and 43 seconds. And just see how overpowered the Tyranno is.
Okay. Rah, 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 rah.
This is what a Tyranno can do against an entire team of small melee units.
Just ripping them apart and just...
Look at their HP. Look at every single shake of his mouth and what they do to the HP.
I know!
Just yank, 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 yank. And if you notice, because of how long the animation of him yanking them around takes, it gives me enough time to recharge my attacks. So by the time that he's done rawing them once, I can do it again and still have enough energy to put multiple cards in there to guarantee it hits. And while they're in my mouth, they cannot use any cards.
Wow.
So they only have a couple seconds to try and react to me biting them and keeping them in my mouth. This is the power of what a Tyranno can do, especially in the early stages. It's only until like the middle that you end up having any type of trouble using only Tyranno. Alright, next up is the Speed Cup. This is a cup I think you might enjoy, because you want to know what you do in a Speed Cup?
What?
Spam the ever-living shit out of X.
Okay.
Because here's the thing about the Speed Cup. It has a special rule. The action gauge never drops when attacking. So, in other words, you won't ever have to wait for your attacks to come back. You just keep attacking over and over and over. And whoever has the higher number wins.
Alright, sweet.
So the Speed Cup is definitely the cup if you're that kind of person.
I think I'm definitely that kind of person. Let me see for Flash.
Yeah, you see what I'm doing in the Speed Cup right now?
Let me see. Yes.
Even against bigger enemies, if you use Mega Flare, you can get through the bigger defense that they have against you. Alright, we got cherry, anything, so... There we go. And I won!
Yay!
Oh, and if you noticed what I did when you get into a draw, just do that and you'll win every time. Have you gotten into any draws yet?
No, not yet.
If you and your opponent hit each other at the same number, you enter something called a duel, where you have to line up 3 pictures of the same type. However, here's the funny thing. You can pause the game when that happens.
Bells, yeah.
Yeah.
I did get into those, yeah.
Yeah, just pause the game, and you can still see what everything is going on, and you can plan out your next moves accordingly. If you keep it to where there's only one of each type, then you can just wait until you have the correct thing. That's why it's so easy to get 3 7s in a row. But yeah, as you can see, I'm not even halfway done with the game, and I'm already halfway done with Flick Rush, as I'm already level 11. And now, if we head over to the metal canter over here, still doesn't have Drop Me Nevers quite yet. Unfortunately, I thought it comes out a bit earlier. But we do have Confetti Candy 2, Shield Candy 2, basically all of the second tier food items. And this will also come with a bunch of spirits that you can get at this level as well. But since I already have them all, they're not popping up. So for now, I can either get another copy of Flame Windmeal, save my money, or just get a fuck ton of Dream Candies. Like, do you want to know how to just completely break Sora's playthrough and insta-win?
How?
Have your gauge as nothing but Dream Candies. Do you know what Dream Candies do?
I think they refill your link gauge.
Yeah, they refill your link gauges. Now, as you know, when you use Sora's links, you are completely invincible until the end of them. Imagine what infinite links would do.
Pretty much leave you very invincible.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not gonna get an A on this.
It takes 2 Dream Candies to fully max out a link gauge for 2 of your spirits. So, and you can only hold 2 Dream Candies per slot. Now you can have up to 8 slots once you're towards the end of the game. If every single one of those slots is occupied by... Which wouldn't be that powerful as Riku, as all it does is change up his combos to give him an attack boost, but as Sora, it's just... I mean, you've seen how much damage I'm able to do with things like Decapitation and Unwind.
Yeah. Come on, let me get an A rank on this. Come on.
I believe in you, Anna. Just rip the ever-living shred out of them with a Tyranno.
Yay. Level 4. What is it? What is the highest again?
20. Like I said, it's not anything absurd. If you literally get a star rank on every single mission, like, you don't have to repeat a single mission once. During my first playthrough, I got only star ranks, and I did every mission 1 time, and I maxed out. I think Drop Me Nevers come at level 12, so I'm 1 level off, but luckily, hey, after Practice Paradise, I will unlock the Yummy Cup, and that should be more than enough.
The Yummy Cup?
The Yummy Cup, in which every single one of the little guys are, like, based off of food. you'll notice, like, once you're out of the beginner cup and stuff, all of the cups will be based off of, like, a theme. So, for example, the speed cup, the digital cup, the tin pin cup, and next up will be the yummy cup for me. You probably already have a few of those cups already unlocked since you've already beaten the game on the thing you're going through right now, so...
Yeah, because I have final cup, yummy cup.
And then the most of the other cups will be unlocked as you level up. So I would suggest just doing the cups in order. Hey Anna, I just got Balloonra. That's gonna be fun for Sora.
Oh, great.
I can't use it yet, but at least I have it.
I mean, yeah, Balloonra, you said it's garbage, but still.
It's about as good as Fire-Aga, which Fire-Aga is kind of a really shitty projectile, to be honest, unlike KH3. Pinocchio!
Isn't that Geppetto? Then this must be...
Okay, something I do have to give to this game that I absolutely love is the fact that Sora and Riku go into different areas of the same worlds. Like, you would think going to the same world twice would be, like, super boring, but this game makes it so much better because in almost every single case, you explore either completely different areas, or the character just has a much more extended version of a certain area. For example, the Three Musketeers, you get to go backstage with Riku and find a completely new, unique area that Sora won't ever get to experience. Or inside Pranks' Paradise, I think this is the biggest shit. Sora is on land in the paradise itself, where Riku goes back to his past inside of the whale, just like how he was inside of KH1. If you haven't realized, this entire trip for Riku, he's trying to repent for what he did in KH1.
Yeah, I noticed that one.
That's why this area specifically means so much to him, because this is his big turning point. This is when he, like, got all uppity about Sora getting friends when he was all alone.
Uh-huh.
I mean, we nearly take it into account. Riku has went through a lot. We should check with the Dreader. Alright.
Wow. Oh my god, my first spirit almost died. I only have a sliver of health. I blocked at the right moment and I just spammed a few attacks and I won.
Yeah, that will happen. It feels good.
Holy crap.
Doesn't winning those feel good, though?
Yes, and I got a star rank on it. Oh my god.
Yeah, if none of your spirits go down, regardless of how low HP they are, you're almost guaranteed to get a star rank.
Oh my god. I was like, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make this. I'm gonna try. Oh my god.
But then he ran off again to who knows where. That sounds kind of familiar. Mr.
You'll get more used to it as you go.
Let me go look for your son. You would do that? Thank you. Are you sure?
That's going in a video.
Yeah. Leave it to me.
Well, I'm happy. You're even getting content off of this, something you thought was icky.
Yes.
Jiminy?
I have actually uploaded part 1 and part 2.
And unlike Blitzball, it doesn't take 10 minutes per match.
Right. And it doesn't suck, and it's not
like
grueling,
Blitzball, it's fun if you throw yourself
grueling.
into it, but that's a lot of work. With Flick Rush, those matches like last anywhere from 2 minutes to a max of 5.
Yeah, I didn't
For
want
Blitzball,
to do
it's
it.
2 separate rounds, 5-minute rounds each. It takes so long.
I didn't like it.
Yeah. Like I said, Blitzball is very hard to get into. Flick Rush, all you have to do is get a good team, and you can have some fun with it. Plus, like I said, it lets you bond with your spirits in a way that something like just petting them would never do. Like, they're cute and all, but seeing them in action and getting the straight-up command him inside of a one-on-one fight, it's just so much more of a bonding experience. I think that's why Pokemon works the way it does. Those
like
battles,
Pokemon
like Amino, like the way you could pet them in Pokemon is nice and cute, but we were able to bond with our Pokemon before that ever existed, way back in like Red and Blue, and that's because battling with them, you get a sense of their strength and weaknesses. You feel like you grow with them, you know?
Yeah. Yes, rip them apart.
That and you get to say rip them apart, which is totally a great bonding moment.
Okay, I guess this is fun.
Yay, I convinced you on one thing.
Yeah, you convinced me. Yeah. Flick Rush, George. It was like a little bit tedious in the beginning.
Ow, 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 ow. Well, I'm glad you've seen the light.
Oh, he died, damn it. Well, I'm not getting a Star Wars A rank on this one.
Oh, that's so funny. Something really fun about Pranks' Paradise is the reaction command actually lets you fly. Not many people know that because I usually just hit X right after using it. But yeah, you can actually just straight up fly with the reaction command for this. I'm also, like, I love details in games, like, a lot. And one of the coolest details to me was, do you know, like, the mini games that you can play with your pet?
Oh, yes. Yeah, those things.
Remember the water barrel one?
Yes.
Did you know any type of fish or undersea creature that plays that minigame will not be put inside of a bubble? They will actually swim around. And they all have unique swimming animations. That's a detail I love that they did.
Dead.
Like, they didn't have to do that. They just could have shoved everything in bubbles and called it good. But they took the extra mile by giving them all unique swimming animations.
Oh, that was... I found that cute.
Yeah.
That has groundbreaking, but I did find that adorable. I got a star rank on it! Yay! I thought I was gonna die because one of my spirits died.
Oh no, it's okay. Hey, as long as you do it fast enough and get most of your attacks done, since those two other things contribute to your rank, it's still possible for you to get a star rank. It's just less likely.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying, if you like want to guarantee you get a star rank, hey, and if your spirit dies, you might just want to retry. Because there's a chance you might get an A rank then. But if no spirits die, you're basically guaranteed to get a star. So what's your team right now? For Flick Rush?
The Triceratops and the 2 Dragon Seahorses.
Not bad. I do like having 1 Dragon Seahorse, but if you ask me... Hey, I would highly suggest having something like one of the flowers or a Meow Wow, because the elixir command is so good, because it heals your entire team. And let me just tell you, like inside of the latest stage, being able to heal your Tyranno after an injury can be life-saving.
Let's see where he's gonna die. Yep, he died.
I got hit by an ice cube. Dang, never. My only weakness, ice cubes. Okay, kids, who wants to eat?
Who wants to get food shoved down their gullet?
I mean, yeah, that's more accurate, but hey, I like to think that I'm being a kind owner.
I'm usually shoving food down their throat. I'm like, you're gonna get stronger, eat, even though I do love you. Even though I do love my pets, I shove the food down their throat.
Let's see.
That's an A rank. Okay.
Good, but not that great.
As much as I love my seahorses and my Triceratops, I shove food down their throat. And my meow wows, yep, I'm getting them more fat than ever.
Oh god, you're gonna turn them all into meowjesties.
Exactly.
So, out of all the minigames, what's your favorite and what's your least favorite?
I have to say the pinball is my favorite, but I don't know.
I used to love the balloon one back on the 3DS because it felt good using me. Because the thing on the 3DS, you could actually see the balloons on the touchpad. So you can, you know, hit them at the correct timing. With this, it's kind of just like guessing and hoping for the best. For the original, I would say the balloons are my favorite. For this one, I would have to say the candy minigame is my favorite. Because this is literally all about just shoving candy down the gullets of your spirits, and that's just fun. And I love you guys.
I love you guys so much. I'm shoving food down your throat.
Too bad in Pokemon they have a hunger meter. We just can't keep shoving it down forever. They'll basically just say no.
Yep.
I don't want it anymore. My stomach has been stuffed them up to... Stop. But you look so cute when you eat. I am going to explode.
I'm going to die.
I still haven't tested this yet. I don't think it does, but I was wondering if Leaf Bracer even activates when you use a potion, because so far, I'm pretty sure it doesn't. If you block some attacks, it will also build up the meter pretty quickly for getting stars.
I kind of noticed that. So I've gotten the Rainbow Cup, Bronze 2-star, Finals rank star, Beginner's Cup Finals star, and Beginner's A, Finals rank Training Cup A.
I don't even think I have Rainbow Cup yet.
A. What?
I don't even think I have Rainbow Cup yet on this playthrough.
No?
No, if I remember, I did. Yeah, I know I did 10-pin cup, and I know I did speed cup. I might have rainbow cup.
Because I just unlocked 10-pin cup.
Then I might have already had rainbow cup. I might be thinking of like Mario Kart or something, where it's like much later that you get rainbows.
I guess this is fun.
Bring some enjoyment back into your love spirits. Another thing I love how the Tron Keyblade looks. I love how it like has that blue glow that's on your hand when you use it. This game may not have the best Keyblade designs in the series, but it definitely had some really good ones.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed the Guardian Bell, and
Yeah.
I really like the One for All one.
I also used to really like the Ultimate Weapon inside of this game, but then I seen the Ultimate Weapon inside of KH3, and that was... I don't know about you, but KH3 Ultimate Weapon is by far my favorite.
I still like 2 Ultimate Weapon. 2 Ultimate Weapons are really, really nice.
I think I just have a
really
soft spot for the color red.
I have a soft spot for the color blue.
Yeah.
I mean, I did like the silver on the Ultimate Weapon in 3. It's just, I really love the blue in 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll live and breathe. That was my dark side. I gave in to the darkness once, and ever since, it's chased me around in
Kill him!
one
Kill
form
him!
or another.
Kill him before he kills you.
Of darkness who stole my body. A puppet replica of the shadows in my heart.
No! Come on, man, he had like low health, come on.
Gee, Riku, don't you have a chimney like I do?
At this rate, we're never gonna get this rank.
I forgot how emotional this is.
Somebody to show you what's right and wrong.
Sure.
Because Riku always looked at himself as a puppet, so literally having a little a little puppet trying to tell you about consciousness is kind of sad.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yay, Star! Yay.
that stupid grin he's always wearing. He's the best teacher I could ever have.
Gee whiz, I wish I had lots of good friends.
Especially, not to mention, a little fake puppet boy. It's like a real person.
Yeah.
What now?
Like, something
It's just
a lot
Riku
better.
just doesn't have the self-esteem. He literally just compares himself to Pinocchio, and even Pinocchio is happy.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of sad.
Yeah. So, what's your favorite world in this game?
I have to say, my favorite world is either possibly the Three Musketeers or You Are Not Gonna Die. Okay. My favorite world, I have to say, is possibly the Three Musketeers. Damn it.
I mean,
Yeah,
Three
they're
Musketeers is a very pretty world.
I
But
do-
if you
I do
want
like
to talk
that
about
world.
pretty,
That has to be-
when I think of pretty, it was just a Symphony of the Night. That was such a great freaking
Yeah,
stage.
I really like that one too, but I love the music and I love the prettinesses of it. I just have to go with Three Musketeers,
Alright.
definitely. I don't know, I just like that story with Pete. And trying to take over the Musketeers. I just really like that for some reason.
Yeah. I do like the comic book aesthetic of it.
That was super cute, especially the boss battle. Very creative.
Oh god, the boss battle is going to be such a pain in the ass. I remember him having so many unblockable attacks. Oh wait, balloon. Never mind.
No, why'd you die?
Okay, Mr. Penguin, so I can't go into the acid, so how about you come to me, and then I'll beat the crap out of you with this glowing keyblade.
He's like, no, how about you come in the acid with me? How about you come and join me in the acid?
But you see, I would, but here's the thing, that really hurts!
Star on the digital rank, yes.
There we go.
7. Speed cup. Okay. So I have gold on the digital cup.
Good.
I got both stars on it, so then I got silvers.
It isn't until you start getting to like the horror cup and the like final cup that things start getting very hard. Because at that point they start playing like a real player would, which is very scary. Ah, damn it. Tried to jump up. Jump up to get down.
Yes, I can have that fire gun boost, but it's 2,000 medals.
Wait, what are you looking at?
Fire gun boost. Burst.
Oh, fire gun burst. This is... I don't know.
I mean, that might help for Julius.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, even though I was doing chip damage, at least my magic was helping and staying at it, being from distance from him.
Yeah. I still don't know how to fully block that attack. The penguins have this one ice attack that always gets me. Ice! Hop! Oh! Oh! Panda Bear said I don't like you anymore and slapped me very hard. Panda Bear, why do you do this to me? I thought we were friends.
kill him, kill him. We have to get the star in the beginning cup.
Ow. God, why is there so much stun frames whenever you get hit?
I don't know. Did you die? Yep, you
Yeah,
died.
I did. Freeze is one of those very few debuffs you just physically can't get rid of.
Yay, star.
You know, it's funny, when you play critical mode for so long, you start forget hitting the, like, joys of the easier difficulties.
The joys of easier difficulties? I have to say no. I have to say no on that one. Sorry.
I mean, the thing about easier difficulties is you just don't have to, like, concentrate on learning enemy patterns, like, nowhere near as much.
Yeah, but that's not fun that way.
I mean, it's more fun doing critical mode. That I'm going to agree on. But there's appeals to both different is, and in all honesty, I personally think easier difficulty is just much more of an enjoyable aspect to people who are not, like, you know, super competitive like us.
Yeah. But then again, there is the whole fast pass mode that is in Black Code, so you can actually just pretty much one-shot all your enemies if you really want to. And that's going to be possibly used for speedrunners to say, like, who can complete the fastest? Like, no me.
Yeah.
Oh man, I died really? Me, I'm going directly for Black Code mode though.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm cranking up that difficulty as high as it can go. I don't know what we're gonna have in Black Code mode, but hey,
I always go for the highest anyway. Hey, it's like I said, I've gotten so used to it that you just kind of forget about the joys of the original. Because if you play Kingdom Hearts on, like, the easier difficulties, you realize it's a way different experience.
I played it on Proud mode. That was pretty damn easy. I did not enjoy it at all. I mean, okay, I like the game. It's just, yay, one. I did like the game. It was just too easy for me. The only challenge I had was in, like, the Keyblade Graveyard. That's it. And then when critical mode dropped,
when it came to, like, KH3, hey, the thing about Proud mode is the entirety of that was just disappointing. That's really the only way I can explain my entire feelings on KH3. Like, the story, I felt disappointed in. The battle system, I was disappointed in. And the entire thing was just me feeling very disappointed.
I mean, yeah, there was a lot of Disney World. Yes, the story could have progressed in a different way. But, I mean, yes, they did a poor job with explaining how the Power of Awakening does work, and we barely know anything about it, because it wasn't explained
They
well.
literally, like, the Remind DLC, I think, is going to, like, improve the game a lot, so this isn't going to stay, as what I'm about to say. But what they did in the Keyblade Graveyard just pissed me off beyond end. like, the game is 90% Disney worlds that have literally no story important. Hence, the closest thing you get to
Sora's
any
just
kind of
kinda
story
there.
is that random bad guy pops up, laughs at Sora, and then runs away. That is all the story progression you get throughout the entire game in the Disney worlds. And then every last bit of the story is all condensed into the Keyblade Graveyard. The only stuff that people really care about is at the very end, and only extremely quick. Like, the entire section with like time rewinding and all that, we get so much better, and I could have enjoyed that if it was more explained and more in depth. Instead, it's like a 5-second section of, oh look, you failed, now play a mini game and then have to kill everything you've killed in the past, and then kill the same boss 7 times in a row. Then you can get back on with the game, where you have to watch the exact same cutscene with an extremely different outcome, and then you actually get to continue on with what you were supposed to be doing in the first place, and then you finally get into this grand epic battle that we've been excited for ever since KH2, and then when in 13, and then all that stuff, and especially in Dream Drop, where they alluded to this huge war going down with all of the members fighting each other. I was so hyped for that. And what do we get? A bunch of 2-on-2s where you kill the boss in 12 seconds, and then they get a small cutscene to explain, oh, I am good now. How? Except for, like, seeing she's still a bitch. Love you, girl.
Yeah.
And then they just disappear out into nothingness.
Yeah.
And they do this over and over and over. All these super emotional moments, like Roxas returning and Terra coming back, happen almost instantaneously, one after another, with no break. If we, like, saving Aqua was emotional, but then saving everybody else literally took a matter of seconds because of how sped along it was. Just like Zigbo, alright, during his fight. Come on, let's keep the line moving. That is the entirety of that entire section. The last 10% of the game is just you ramming your head against extremely easy boss fights, killing one person after another for like a 5 to 2 minute long cutscene until you get to the end. And what is the rest of the game? Very, very long, drawn-out Disney worlds. Sure, they're beautiful. Sure, it's a great part of the Kingdom Hearts formula. But you should have, like, added actual story into the game. For example, like look at KH2. The game had a huge amount of plot inside of Hollow Bastion, a side world that you return to multiple times, and the organization had a huge showing up in the middle of the game to keep you excited and have real progression. You were even defeating the members as you went along. Like, you don't beat all of the members at once when you get to the castle. No, you take down Demyx literally halfway through the game to show that Sora is progressing. And even the Disney worlds, you had things like Riku's hinted reappearance inside of Milan's world, or having the organization members literally fight and die inside of like Beast World or something like that. Had real important story plots in the Disney world that makes them memorable. What do we get for KH3? They laugh at us for like 3 seconds and then leave, and then we just deal with the Disney World problem.
And then which Sora is just shoehorned in there.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, it's never been so shoehorned in until that, and like every other one, Sora feels like he's a contributing factor to the reason why things had happened. And if it wasn't for Sora, Ariel would have never gotten out of the water or anything like that. Her entire situation would have never been fixed because of the added complications that happened with Sora's being. If it wasn't for Sora, Simba would have never become the king of the Pride Lands because of scars like Super Mode, or the entire Pride Lands literally being destroyed by that giant kaiju boss. Remember that thing? The huge boss that we fought? That was like a gigantic thing that never happened in the movie, and that was awesome.
Yeah, I do agree. 2 did have a lot of story progression. And
in the Disney worlds. The Disney worlds were memorable
Disney-
because they
yes.
were important.
Yeah, but in 3, Sora was just kind of chucked in there, and it's like, yeah, I'll help out a
You
little
just
bit,
go
but
through the movie
I really don't
and
do anything.
with a small amount of
Didn't do-
evil laughter. Like, you want to know the single most interaction a character had inside of the entirety of that game? The Big Hero 6 world. That is the only world in which story actually mattered. And that's because that story took place after the movie. So they had to come up with a unique storyline for Baymax to come out, and how Riku actually, like, was a reason for creating the problem in that world. That is the only world out of all those gigantic, amazing worlds in which Sora isn't just following a lamb for the story. I think one of the biggest offenders of this, by far, Pirates of the Caribbean. That by far is my favorite world in KH3. But think about the story of that. Sora is on the main ship for all of one cutscene before he is thrown off into a random island with a fake version of Jack Sparrow. And then you come in during the final battle with, like, barely knowing anything for the final fight, where you just help them beat Davy Jones. You have no stakes inside of this area. This was a fight that you did not have to participate in. In fact, even in the cutscene, it still plays out exactly how it did inside of the movie here with how Jones died. You had no input in that.
What's really disappointing for me was Frozen, I have to say.
Oh yeah, climb the mountain, then do it again, then do it again, but then now go from the top of the mountain to the bottom of the mountain. Big whoop, and that was done.
2 more times. Yeah.
I know, it's literally
that was
like
the biggest disappointment for me.
the entire place is a white wonderland, which I love, but the way they just made it all centered around that mountain was so annoying. And I appreciate it. But that was like maybe at most 15 minutes before you get out of the ice castle and go back to climbing.
Exactly. That kind of held nothing. That did nothing. I mean, Nomura did want something different.
Did you ever watch that one game theory about how it was possible that Elsa could have been evil in that version?
Yeah, right.
Or at least temporarily went evil? Well, imagine if that ice castle was like the ending of that world, and it was like bigger, and that she was the one who controlled it. Wouldn't that have been so much more climactic, and been a much more unique take on the movie?
Yeah, that's what Nomura was, but Disney flat out said, no, we're not doing this because it's going to pretty much jeopardize Frozen for us.
You know, here's the thing about jeopardizing Frozen. They already did that with Frozen 2.
What do you mean? Frozen 2 is great.
You do realize, in order to copy the original, to make everybody be like, oh, cool, a callback. Yeah, that's a great story design. Copy your old story in order to try and make your fans like it because you couldn't think of your own damn ideas. Not to mention, you're retconning your own damn characters just to make that a reality. Because, you know, great storytelling, but it's okay because the princess is pretty and it's all about family and friendship. So it works! You don't need good story writing or anything. Yeah, if you couldn't tell, I have a very big problem with Frozen 2. Like, Frozen 1 I didn't like, but that was because of my own personal, taste and stuff. But I can genuinely say the story writing in 2 was so shoehorned in, I hated it. I hated it with a passion. Like, if you watched Frozen 2 yet, like, fully, or have you just seen, like, things? Okay, so
I've seen it.
Did you not, like, have any questions for when a character that was in the first movie stated to be immune to cold got frozen solid?
I did kind of have that problem with Elsa. Because if she...
And like I said, I already know the reason they did it. Like, if you notice, it was the exact same pose as the first movie. Hey, it was just in there for the fact that fans would have recognized it.
Yeah, and it was with Anna, yeah.
That's the thing. Because the movie, he is so famous, Disney thought that they could just get away, with having it have, popular remarks to the first movie, and then people would enjoy it. Well, the thing that made the first movie great wasn't that it, banged off of, oh, look, Disney trope. The thing that made the first movie great is it had a unique story about family. That was done well in my case. I genuinely thought it was done well. I still didn't enjoy it, but I don't hate it at all like I did the second.
You didn't even like when the two islands in the...
It's just not my cup of tea. Hey, I've seen the trope too many times. It was... I don't think it was a bad movie because I try to keep my opinions on how good a movie is separate from my the movie is not something for me. For example, of course I could watch an anime movie like Dragon Ball, and even if it was horrible, I would still probably like it because I'm just a big anime geek. But I would still, reasonably say that would be a bad movie if it was. And that's why I say I still think Frozen and the original was a good movie, it's just not my cup of tea.
Because I do have to say that I did like the whole, my island is mad at our country because of this reason, because of you killed our people. You killed someone. So I did like that, and how the two were supposed to be bonded by Elsa and by Anna coming together. I did like that, and it did answer questions about Elsa.
They tried to expand on the universe, it's just the entire thing has so many, plot points and obviously shoehorned in for the fan kind of moments that it was very triggering to me.
Yeah. The whole Hans thing, yeah, that was okay. We can
just completely forget about how Hans put him off into the sideline.
Yes, but I was like, Hans, I mean, yeah, nice callback, but
like I said, they were trying to appeal to the fans of the first movie so much that they took away a lot of story elements. Like I said, they didn't have to do the freezing moment with Elsa in order for us to, feel for her and have her get into a bad situation. There were so many more things that they could do. Hell, she could have just gotten injured from the fall and that would have been good enough. Yeah. But no, they had to freeze her in that exact pose in the exact same way because, oh, look, callback.
Good callback. I also kind of think it did have to do with her accepting her, her real self as a spear of ice. So maybe that's why she was also frozen in a way.
But it still wouldn't make sense if you literally state that one of her abilities is me no get affected by cold.
Yeah, well, yeah, but she also had to be frozen solid to fully become the ice spirit she is, and even though
but that could have been a transformation sequence if you really, really needed that. Oh, hey, I just got the rainbow cup, so I haven't done it yet.
Nice. I mean, yes, the callback, but yeah, they didn't need it, but it's I also kind of thought it was going for oh, this is who she really is. She's not fully human. She's also a ice spirit. It's a snow ice spirit, so she had to be frozen solid to become her real self.
It still just doesn't do it for me. It just was so badly put together to my eyes.
I do have to say the movie was way more mature than the first one. And I did like that. How was it way? It was just a lot mature.
Yeah.
A lot more mature. More mature. First one. Because Olaf was actually likable in this movie. I was actually really impressed. Because I did not like him in the first movie. And there were actually
in the first movie he was nothing more than a comic relief, so they did try to give him a role.
I know, I really hate comic relief characters in general. I mean, I really don't do well with comedy. I do not laugh a lot. I'm a very serious person.
I do not laugh a lot, as you then laugh after saying that.
No, I don't laugh a lot, but I mean, it takes a lot for me to actually crack up, you know? So that's what I mean. So, I actually kind of giggled a bit in Frozen 2, while in Frozen 1 I was just like, no, this is not funny. I don't know why people are laughing. But I kind of giggled a little bit in Frozen 2, especially with the Samantha part. I actually laughed. I'm like, okay, it's actually funny. And I think I found it funny because later on, after I went to look from behind the scenes stuff of Frozen 2, Josh Gad, I believe his name is, who was the voice of Olaf, actually said that he was not acting when he did that line. He actually improvised, and he was thinking about how much the line sounded so, like, weird. He actually
you ad-lib it.
Yeah. And then he actually
a really good movie director will let ad-libs like that stick in, and that's one of the good things about having a good director. If your director is able to say, hey, that's better than my original script, that's usually a really good sign.
Yeah.
Also, did the screen go black because I went to go hear some flicker? Hush.
Yep, it did. Yep.
I had a feeling.
Oh good, I'm almost there. Fire the boost. Sweet. What, can I buy that somewhere, or do I... Can I see? No, god damn it, I forgot. This is where Julius is. I was going to the store to see the fire burst is in there, but I ran into Julius.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, I do have to say, for Kingdom Hearts 3, yes, it was shoehorned in. Yes, the Keyblade Graveyard was quick, and that's the only story thing actually happened. Yes, I have to agree with that, but
that's why I'm so happy about the data fights. It actually gives the organization members the one-on-one fights that we were supposed to have, you know, to actually make us think that these characters are anyway important.
Right.
Like, I like the idea of having the team members as the, like, main Keyblade wielders. But, first of all, the fact that they literally had to, like, monotonize it by switching out certain characters during mid-fight. For example, the entire thing with Kairi getting switched out for She-Ra and Axel getting switched out for Roxas, while it is cool and I do prefer those characters over the original two, that was just such a dick move. You only get to see Kairi and Axel for like, what, 5 seconds?
5 seconds, yeah. And then she's like, gets like, just dead.
But at least from the Remind trailers, we've literally seen Kairi actually, you know, doing stuff.
Yeah. Instead of just getting kidnapped again and then getting killed.
Yeah, no kidding. That is just like such a big letdown.
Yeah, she just like, I mean,
we thought she was going to finally, after all that training, show off and show what she's been, you know, trying to do, become a real Keyblade master and be important to the main cast, and we got
a couple of quick scenes of her fighting, and then what happens?
She officially takes down one Heartless. In her entire career, she got one single hidden.
Yeah. Well, she got like maybe 3 hits.
No, she only ever attacked once, and that one attack killed a single Heartless. After that, the only single time you see her is in the fight with her before she gets switched out. She doesn't even get a full fight like all the other characters do, because they had to show off all the characters for these very, very quick and shoehorned in fights. At least, and we would have had like the Remind DLC as the ending. I do have a strong feeling, depending on how the reminding goes, that this would have been by far the best of all of the Kingdom Hearts games. Because that would have gave all the fans what we've been waiting for. That satisfying, hard fights between each of the members, with every single one of them having an importance in their own role instead of being literally cannon fodder. Like, you remember what happened in Proud Mode? We whacked them like 6 times and cutscene. I think the biggest offender that was the Triple Xehanort fight, which they had for, I don't know what, fucking lulz? As pain and suffering as I was in Critical, because I tried to do it at an extremely low level, inside of the original, it was literally like these iconic bosses that we remember having amazing fight with, reduced down to having 3 moves. Which, if you ask me, is just not acceptable in any way.
Hey, Kiriga, you got a boost. Oh, thank you. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Yeah.
I just woke up from a nap.
Did I block any of his attacks? No. No.
You got a black screen of death, by the way.
Oh, I think Mark actually just got on. Hey Mark, how you doing?
Hello.
I'm just in a party with Anna. We've been talking. I wanted to invite Scorpion, but he's at a casino right now.
Okay.
Yeah, he actually came in pretty early. And talked while I was waiting for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, Flick Rush level 12. Let's see if this is what I remember, because I'm almost completely sure this is a level that you get Rut Me Nevers at. Yep, yes it is. In fact, this is where you get almost all the good stuff.
Nay foul wench tis I the immortal Robert King of the Endless Sun.
I have exactly 2,000 medals.
So...
And you want to know what the hilarious thing is?
What?
You can get Deep Freeze and Balloon Aga here.
Oh god, no, don't. Don't get Balloon Aga, no, don't.
Just destroy the universe.
Clearly inferior mark.
No, don't get those, please.
Oh, hey, Robert. But no, I have exactly 2,000, so I already know what I'm getting. Limit Storm.
Okay.
And Sacrifice. And now I have exactly 0 medals.
I'm just getting the fire gun boost.
Guess what I'm going to do?
Because that might
I
help
am now
against
officially
Julius,
switching
even though
Riku
I
off
am
of
low
Chuck the
level.
Keyblade build. And you want to know what my new build is?
What?
Suicide! You know what sacrifice does, right?
Yeah, I actually saw that. It chops your HP in exchange for like a really powerful attack.
And then you know what the Savage Strike is?
No.
Okay, so if you put, or Limit Storm, basically if you use these two moves together, first let's put Sacrifice on and then Limit Storm. Limit Storm is an attack that's a spin attack that gets stronger the less HP you have.
Okay.
If you use Sacrifice then Limit Storm, it does so much damage.
Okay.
So yeah, this is Suicide, the build.
Hey, wait. Wait. To come back.
Is the screen still black?
Let me see. Because it says live, but when I click on it, it's like 2 hours long, so the live stopped there. So, let me try you again.
You know, Robert, you need like a unique way of saying hello. That way I could tell it's you.
Black screen.
Still black screen? Big oof. I don't know if I should just end it for the night and just kind of take it easy or what. Because this is the third time.
I know, if the screen keeps crashing, then we can't see your suicide build.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of which, I'm going to test the suicide build out real quick. Like, I want to see just how much damage I can do with this thing.
Alright.
But yeah, back when I like 100%ed this game on the 3DS, I like always use Sacrifice in the Limit Storm. It was just so godlike. And the best part is, Limit Storm is an incredibly fast attack. Like Sacrifice, you just kind of sit there while charging it up, so you do have to do it when you have an opening. But Limit Storm, it's just a dash attack, as fast as any other spin attack.
I want to see it.
You can also use it as a charge attack as well, where you only sit still for like a second before doing a huge spin, so that's another fun one. But yeah, if you have like second chance and then once more and then you do a Limit Storm, tasty. I think I once had a build that was like 7 sacrifices and a Limit Storm at the end. You wanna know what I did with that?
What?
1 combo, Julius was dead.
Holy shit, are you serious?
Yes!
My god!
I hit him with like 3 sacrifices at level 99 and then just went for a Limit Storm and he was dead. I didn't even have to use all the sacrifices.
Wow.
Out of all like the secret bosses when it comes to most KH games, Julius is kind of a pushover. Especially when we are like people who've done with critical mode lingering well. Woo! Did you ever finish that fight, Anna?
What?
Critical mode lingering will?
No. No. Not yet.
Did you just give up or have you not attempted it?
Oh no, I kind of gave up for the meantime because I chopped him down to his last 3 bars. Actually, no, it was actually his 2 bars. 2 bars. And then I died. First, I got him down to 3 bars, and then I somehow got him down to 2, and then I died. I was so mad. So mad.
Disappointment.
I was trying so hard. You know what my my strategy was?
Ooh, did you use the duck flip strategy?
Oh yeah, I did. I
Yeah,
used the duck
that's
flip
the
strategy and, like,
very easy one.
Yeah. I mean, it was cheap. It was very cheap. I felt
No, you want to talk
disgusting
about cheap? You should have seen how I beat him.
Howard, how did you beat him?
I did the combo minus strategy.
Where's the combo minus strategy?
Okay, you know the fight with Sephiroth?
Yes.
You know how it gives you a Keyblade that's stronger than the ultimate weapon and just attack?
Yes.
Do you remember what the ability on that Keyblade is?
No, I do not.
Well, it's combo minus 1.
Mm-hmm.
If you go into your, like, board, or, like, all your abilities, and then you take off all your combo pluses, and then put only combo minuses on, and then you use that Keyblade, guess what happens?
What happens?
You do not combo whatsoever. When you hit the X button, you just instantly do a finisher.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And here's the thing about that. If you are very, 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 like, careful, you can actually infinitely keep Lingering Will in a combo that never ends.
Oh, okay. So you can endlessly spam it.
Basically, you just have to start up a combo on him with it, and then you have to do a jump attack, like X then square, and then you just keep hitting X then square, X then square, X then square. Air, because your air finisher has so little unlag that it will actually knock him back into a stagger animation that he will not counter, he will not do his desperation attack. However, you cannot let him touch any walls while doing this, which means very, very slowly during the entire process, you have to move the camera either left or right to make sure he never comes in contact with even the smallest rock. Because if he does, he will instantly do his desperation attack and ruin the entire run. But if you do it correctly, he will never get to attack you after his first attack.
Okay. So how can you make him not touch the wall then?
Like I said, if you move the camera very, very slowly to the left or the right, you will slowly maneuver him around in an endless circle. And using this very open circle, you cannot move it too much or else your Keyblade will hit in the wrong direction and you'll screw up the combo. You can keep him going around in a circle and never get close to a wall.
Okay. Well, I didn't know that the camera can actually do that.
Yeah.
And then he will move.
Depending on depending on what your camera angle is, will change the direction in which you launch your opponent, and that's why changing your camera angle is so important during this, as you can make sure that at no point will he accidentally touch a wall. But yeah, that is called the combo minus strategy. He also known as the Fenrir strategy, also known as, hey, I just beat the Lingering Will in under 2 minutes because I'm a douchebag strategy. Oh, hey, Scorpion, I was just talking about you. Screen committed die like 20 minutes ago. Big oof. Yeah, this is the third stream that I have triggered.
Hey, Robert.
Because
If the stream is still black, I think I'll just end the stream and then start it up tomorrow. I mean, I already got, you know, most of the worlds done. In fact, I did all the worlds I can do with Riku. I now have to go to Sora.
So this is basically like black screen stream.
I mean, hey, we get to talk with the fans. We get to talk with each other. So you know, we as long as we're like having an interesting conversation, it isn't like just a straight black screen. It's not nothing. It's content. I mean, look at Smiley Gamer. Literally, he has streams where he just does nothing but talk, and those are enjoyable. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's weird seeing a giant white globe and just two random voices talking for a stream, but it's something. We talk about dumb stuff all the time.
Okay. Alright, you got me there.
Yeah. I love flow motion, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I know it's overpowered, but if it doesn't
Broken.
feel so good to use, though. Like, especially for moving around. I'll join the party soon, by the way. I guess it's just the internet. I tried using an Ethernet cable. It's still like this, no matter what I do.
It's your internet itself.
I know, it's just so cancer. I cannot fix it. The internet be like big oof.
The only way you can fix it is switching over to something better.
Yeah, exactly. But that takes money, and that's just money I don't have. I have to worry about the bills to begin with. Luckily, I found like a $50 Walmart gift card inside of, let's just say, the bags. So that actually was able to pay for the food. So I'm good on that case. Luckily, it's just me and the 2 dogs, so it's not that much money that we're spending on food. Especially since I eat cheap. I eat things like Hot Pockets and noodles all the time.
So you don't have to get that much food.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's enough for today's stream, but, you know, I'll stay in touch. I'm just happy I got you into Flick Rush. It gives you something to do.
Yes. Yes,
and hey, if you ever wanted to just insta-kill Julius, you can make sure that you now have infinite balloon guns, because that's something you can buy!
Yeah, I know, I really don't want to
I'm
use
not
the
going to lie,
strategy.
like, if you ask me, here's what you should do.
don't.
Have a real fight with Julius with Riku, because, you know, once again, he has Dark Guard, he's just a better character for that. And then you go to Sora, and then you make Julius feel like an absolute clown. Just 1 million balloon guns. Destroy him with big, gigantic doomsday balloons.
I know, it's just... I really don't want to cheap shot him like that. I mean, Riku is
like
fine.
I said, if you do the Riku fight normally, hey, you can still feel like you beat him honorably, hey, without cheating. But the second you pick Sora, just make sure he doesn't want to exist anymore. Make him wonder why this game ever thought balloons were a good idea to make OP.
I know.
Like,
it's just, I want to be
the balloons don't stun them like they do, like, here's the thing, the balloons don't stun them like they would if they were, you know, a normal enemy, but they, like, stagger them, and the bosses should not be that easy to stagger. You can literally just set the balloons up and your Julius will run right into them and be like, where'd my HP go?
I know.
Like I said, just do an honorable fight with Riku. Since you have to fight him twice, why deal with him the second time? Just incinerate his existence.
I mean, yes, I'm doing a cheap fight with the Lingering Will. Yes, I don't feel good. Yes, it's cheap. Yes, I want to fight him the other, like, the
hey, if I can
way,
kill Jet with Yojimbo and say I'll just come back and do it later, you can kill Julius once with a balloon.
Okay.
Like I said, you're still having an honorable fight with him, so that should be more than enough. Calling Julius a clown is an insult to clowns everywhere. Yeah, come on, Riku's the more honorable one, anyways.
even though I'm doing the cheap shot with Lingering Will with the duck flares.
Do you really want to deal with Julius twice? He doesn't even change up his combos at all. He's just the same doofus. You want to go through all those HP bars?
No.
Okay.
No. Okay, I'll go get the balloon guns then.
Anyways, anything you guys want to talk about? At this point, I just went to the title screen. I'm just chilling out. Jeez. I actually had a pretty good day, all things considered. I got the Ethernet cable, I got the DLC. Hey, I went to play some Yu-Gi-Oh! Got some really good matches in there. I fought my friend who had the worst luck today, ever. First we went on Dragon Ball Xenoverse and did a bunch of random battles, which I kept on getting extremely good characters, while he got god-awful ones.
Aww.
Over and over and over, to the point where it was just like, I am so sorry, I can't help it. And then we just like, okay, how about we go to Yu-Gi-Oh? That's, surely the game won't hate you that much. To which, every single match I won, because his luck would be, he like, hey, I'm about to do a thing, and I'm dead. Like, inside one of the matches, I was playing a completely luck-based deck that was, like, super bad, trying to give him a chance. And I had actually done a bunch of damage to him, and then on his turn, he only had a little bit left of life points, so he makes this huge comeback and gets both of his best boss monsters on the field. It looks like he's about to make a full 180 comeback, right? I activated a card in my hand, and I did exactly the amount of damage he had in HP, killing him before he had a chance.
Yeah. Oh, poor guy though. But...
Even in his great comeback, everything went wrong.
Oh.
Next fight, summon a monster that negated his entire deck on the third turn because his hand was so horrible he couldn't do anything till the end. Next fight, I activate a single spell card, and then when we try to test out whether or not it would activate when he used a certain ability, it turns out it did, and then everything he tried to do afterwards went horribly wrong. He just could not catch a break. So, I had a great day. But my poor friend did not. Everything went wrong. Everything went horribly, horribly wrong.
Scorpio wants to be invited.
Oh, okay.
I try to send him in. Yes.
I mean, I'm about to actually go talk to a friend, but I'm going to invite Scorpion so he can talk to you for a bit. Alright. But yeah, I'm going to stream tomorrow around the same time. What time is it right now for you, Anna? Ah, geez, that's late. That's like 3 hours ahead of me. But yeah, when I started streaming, would you say that's a good time for you? Because I started streaming around 5 for me, so that would be like 6, 7, 8 for you. You'll be at work at 8 p.m.? Uh, 2 p.m.? Okay. Okay. Hey, so... it's probably... yeah, maybe... Are you working not tomorrow, but the day after tomorrow? Yeah. Okay, well then I'll stream on Sunday. Hey, around like 4 my time, so that'll be like 7 your time. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. Yep, that's enough for today's stream. Thank you everybody for tuning in to Black Scream